The intention was never to preach Lee Kuan Yew ideology. There was no white book to wave. The intent has always been to demonstrate the value of taking a practical, evidence-based approach. But he would always say, you decide. Because you are in the driving seat now. You have to make the decisions. First, subscribing to a practical rather than an ideological approach. We learn from the experience of others and adapt or devise solutions that work for our context. We often start with pilots and fine-tune as we go. And this is our approach in the arena of domestic policy, and it informs our actions in our foreign relations, regionally and internationally as well. Second, supporting a global environment that is open, connected, and collaborative, which we believe is good, not just for us, but because it makes for a more peaceful and prosperous region in the world. And third, advocating adherence to international rule of law and the principles of the United Nations Charter, in particular, respect for territorial integrity and sovereignty. These are existential for small countries, and we must insist on their inviolability. They provide a crucial framework within which countries can conduct relations constructively and resolve differences as they arise. As the Minister for Education, I was involved in drafting the guiding documents and persuading Mr. Lee to lend his name to it. But the intention was never to preach Lee Kuan Yew ideology. There was no white book to wave. He would be the first to dismiss such an idea. The intent has always been to demonstrate the value of taking a practical, evidence-based approach to adapt and devise appropriate solutions for the day, contextualized to our own countries or region, having rigorously analyzed each new circumstance and with a realistic appreciation of one's own resources and capabilities. Mr. Lee was very wise in the way he managed the transition to a new generation of leaders. We would meet without him, and then we would meet in cabinet with him. And he would share his views, but he would always say, you decide. Because you are in the driving seat now. You have to make the decisions. We are confident that the 4G in Singapore is up to the task. Many of them have more experience and are older when they became ministers than when the 3G became ministers and came into politics. They have more experience, more knowledge of the world, more experience running organizations. So I am confident that they have the ability, and we must put it in their hands, trust them to do so.